Greetings YouTube, Crossrain here, coming to you again from World of Tanks, and today I am bringing you my fourth battle in the new French premium Tier 8 medium tank, the Batchat Bourrasque. I have enjoyed this battle fully. Now I've got 5 battles in it, but I've enjoyed it fully for those first 5 battles, and I expect that I will continue to enjoy it as I have the Lorraine 40T, which has been a long time French medium autoloader tank. So you're going to watch an interesting start to this battle as Skoda T50 and myself are kind of jockeying for position to get up on this ledge, which is a good position for both of us actually. I try to give him enough room to get around him. I give him enough room, I think, but he's looking at the enemies. Doesn't intend to do this, but he hits me, turns me, I get whacked, 850 hit points gone. I let him know that I'm not pleased. And then I let him know again, because this is how you talk without talking. And he turns around and says, well, I wasn't pleased either. So, which is why, by the way, you see the pay no attention to the man behind the curtain, because I'm going to say some things I regret saying, as it turns out, and not proud of, so I just decided to cover it up, not to distract from this game. So it's going to be over here in a minute and 25 seconds into this battle. It's over. We just go about our days and so on and so forth. So this tank is really a very, very good tank. I enjoy it thoroughly. It is an assassin. I mean, it is fast, it's mobile, it's got nice alpha at 360 per shot. It's got a 2-shot autoloader. There are some things about it that are not ideal. For example, but look at it. Oh, man, look at that. 753 damage in 2 shots. Gotta love it. There are some things that are not ideal about it. And really, the big negatives are this aim time, which is 3 seconds stock. I think mine's down to like 2.7 maybe. But that is not particularly good, obviously. And interesting because there's a 2-second interclip reload and a 2.7 second aim time. So that doesn't always jive really well. But regardless of that, I'm just trying to help these guys out. Now, you're going to see here an important thing. I'm reloading, so I'm going to get back out of that window and watch. Woo! There's a shot for the 263 that just went whizzing over my head. So, yeah, once you're, particularly in autoloaders, it's a great opportunity when you're clipping to change positions on the map if you see somewhere else that you think you need to be, or to just at least get yourself out of what might be harm's way, and that's what I tried to do there. Get out of that bush, and it turned out being a good thing, because I'd have hated to taken that shot from that 263. You can see right now the enemy owns the middle hill. I see this Progetto caught out. I get 2 quick shots into him. Again, 755 damage just like that. I heard somebody else say this, and this is true. Those 2 shots coming out so quick within about a, I think I have a 20-second reload, something like that, for the whole clip. But you put out 750, 720 damage, and then every 20 seconds. That's like driving around with a big derp gun on, with a typical derp, high-tier derp reload of 20-ish seconds or more. Think KV2 with a KV2 has like a 23-second reload or something like that. So think in that terms. And that's what it feels like. Although this is far more agile. It's the agility of this tank is really extraordinary. I should mention, with that shot being fired there, even though it was a T-54, which, it's Russian, so it has some armor. The other thing that's not ideal about this tank is the standard pen. It's only 190. I think it's 240 is the penetration on the premier round. So even that's not great, because you're going to run up against tier 10s in this game, or not in this game, obviously it's a tier 9, but with this tank you're going to run into tier 10s, and 240 pen is not really all that good. It means you're going to have to get around the sides, and all of that. So I'm paying attention to the middle here. We've basically driven them off the middle hill. I think I get spotted from the middle. I back up, look behind me, and go, oh, man. Those heavies broke through our heavies, so I take what I hope is a very safe dive off this hill. I have come off this hill before, so I knew you could get off there, but I also know that you can crash yourself dead and hard. Last thing that I can think of that's really bad about this tank is this traverse is horrible. As it turns out, just go up the hill, get me a little speed coming down. But I was trying to escape there. Didn't want to reclip until I was out of harm's way, which I finally was. Decided to take up a position in the middle of the hill and then look back towards the north to see if I can help with these tanks that are out right now. So just looking for some opportunities. Have no idea when I get up in these bushes that there's just rocks in front of me. So I look, go, oh wow, nice view. So say, well, that's not going to work. Let's see if we can go elsewhere. Meanwhile, our Scorp G, the Skoda T50, is going to go on to have an incredible game, by the way. It's interesting, at the beginning we had that little kerfuffle, yet neither one of us in the long run let it bother us, because we are going to end up, little spoiler alert, going to end up being the last two alive and really taking the end of this game down. See this Pantera, I get one shot into him. Skoda T50 is going to just do some work on him. Meanwhile, our Scorp G takes out the T44 on the back side of this hill, or the west side of this hill. The SRV 1030 takes down the Pantera. And all of a sudden, we're up 11-10. I'm seeing this Wheezy go up to their base, so I want to give him some cover. I see the Scorp coming up, but I just can't get a shot on him before the Scorp goes in and just lays waste to him, evening up the score at 11-11 again. This guy, as it turns out, I don't run XVM, but I did check afterwards. This guy, as it turns out, is a very good player. But I couldn't get a shot at him. I was hoping to kind of sneak one at him there, but I just couldn't. So now I'm going to go back again. They have a couple of tanks in the middle here that I'm just trying to figure out how to craft a shot. I see that IS-32, and he's on that middle ramp. And our Scorp, I think, is calling for help. Yes, he is. You can't see it, but he's calling for, well, you can see it on the, and I'm getting over there as quick as I can, but obviously I'm not quick enough to get there. The IS-322 takes him out. I'm going to finish him off, but not quick enough to save our Scorp, who, by the way, is also going to have some sweet, sweet words for me right here, which, again, you will not see either. But I don't blame him. Again, I've done this before. Yelled at my teammates and told them blah, 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 whatever, because I thought they were playing poorly or they weren't in the right position and so on and so forth. But your limited worldview in this game, sometimes you can't see that. I was trying to get over there. Saw it coming, but I just couldn't do anything about it. That Scorp G, this is the reason by the way, that I was running, is I assumed the Scorp G was going to come up and try to take me out. I am a one shot to him, so I wanted to get the heck out of there and reposition myself to, again, try to help with these tanks that are in the north. So I went dark before I came back up on the base here so that he doesn't know where I am. I'm trying to craft some shots on this Scorp. He's at full health right now. The Skoda T50 and his platoon mate, the SRV, are working hard. They just take out the Revelorice. So now this Emil, which is still in pretty good health, well, he's got the T50 faced off. Meanwhile, our STV went down. I'm trying to get an angle to get this guy. The Skoda T50 does an incredible job. Just pumps a bunch of shots in there. You're going to see how the aim time there, that first shot just was bad because I had a big aim bloom. And while it hit him, it didn't do any damage. Second shot did the trick though, so now it's just the Skoda T50 and myself. I'm going to tell him right here by pinging the map without saying anything. I am going to tell him that I'm going to flank around the Semil, try to stay out of his range, and try to get some flanking shots on him. Then he shows up right below our base here, which fortunately a couple guys on our team, the guy from G actually pings him out. I see his pings, so I turn around and come back. At this point, the Skoda's taking some shots out of him. I'm telling him to stay alive. I'm pretty sure I should be able to clip this guy out. I can definitely now, as long as I pen my shots. So I got one, and I got two, and what do you know? It's me and the T50, Skoda T50, who end up finishing this thing off and without even talking, really worked together well to provide a couple different angles of fire on this guy. He had to face one of us, and rightly he faced the Skoda T50, who was chewing him up pretty good. So shout out to the Skoda T50. You're going to see he had a heck of a game here, and not that you'll ever see the Skoda T50, but and what is it, red blood tanks. You'll never see this, I'm sure, but if you ever do, then my apologies for calling you some bad names at the beginning. So, because it turned out, as should have happened, you just got to put it behind you. You put it behind you, and we ended up having pretty decent games, each of us. So let's take a look real quick at the post-game stats. So you will see that this is a third-class badge, which is wild because I had 1100 something like, you'll see, where is it? It's not on this page. You see it on the next page. 1100 plus base XP, and it's good for a third class, which means people are really kicking butt with this tank and playing it well. So I expect that over time is going to change. But from team score, as I said, 1103 with a third class, 3300 damage, 800, so 4K combined damage, 3 kills. The Skoda T50, 5.5, almost 5.6K damage. Really nice game. Again, really well played to the Skoda T50, and nice work at the end to kind of finish this thing up. Certainly we had a lot of help. There's some other players that played very well as well. And so that's pretty interesting. Nice 16 shots, 16 hits, 11 pens. There's the damage, 820 assisted damage, and again, a nice little profit at the end of the day. I don't think I fired any premium. So with my personal reserve that I had on, picked up 125.5K credits, which is not a bad 10 minutes, 11 minutes, whatever, and 10,000 XP. So again, it was a fun game, fun tank. I'm going to enjoy playing this tank, I think. If my first 5 games are any indication, had 3 of the 5 games pretty good, very close to this kind of range of damage. And one game that was horrible, I died in the first 2 minutes, and the other game that was mediocre, 1500-ish damage, something like that. So I think I'm going to enjoy this tank, and it certainly is the kind of tank that I will enjoy. So until next time, this is Crosstrain coming to you from World of Tanks, and I will see you on the field. Peace.